Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to GT Online Racing. This time for the first race today, we're in the Tempesta, and because I was listening to the track, it usually ends up being a flowy kind of circuit because this car usually gels well with me for flowy circuits. Well, this one is Zentorno, but usually this is the one I usually go to. I've managed to get around the first corner, which in some ways is usually an achievement in itself. No, going through the Mirror Park area. I think that's what this bit about called. Yeah, I've raced around it for years, but I actually never really know what this bit's called. There was a whole line through there. But it could have been a lot worse, but I did lose a lot of momentum. Here come two random Basauruses out of completely nowhere. Into this left-hander, we get a nice apex there. Here's all of the road available to us on the run-out, so pretty much just the same line that everyone else took. And oh no, here's a hairpin. This is going to go horribly wrong usually. I just managed to get around it, and oh wow, it was so slow on the exit there. You can definitely carry a lot more speed around that corner. Well, it's inviting to anyway, whether you actually can or not, it waits to be seen. Now, here's this part of this bit of the track looks rather thin, and a little bit slow now. Now, let's go hit the wall! No, that thing not work out whatsoever. I hit the little pole ball thing that sticks out where the lamppost is. Also, something I forgot to mention at the start of the race, because I'll just show you this to get straight into the race. Now I've got a little bit of time. When I was recording this race, the next one, and I think the next two after that, maybe the ones after that as well. Anyway, definitely these two and the next two are all ones I recorded when I was kind of a little bit drunk. So, drink driving. Yeah, this is the effects of drink driving. I mean, I'm terrible anyway, so you're probably not noticing any difference in my driving. But given that I'm still going near enough in a straight line, or well, I say straight line, racing lines, I can still take enough of them. I think it's been somewhat of an achievement, quite honestly. Either way though, this is the end then of the first lap completed, I think. Well, it's near enough where we started now. There we go, this next checkpoint is going to be the start-finish one. And now they're on to lap 2 of 4. It's going to be getting quite a lot of more than 3 lap races in racing. But again, it is kind of a short lap if I don't crash into everything, but it looks like this one's going to be a little bit of a lonely one from here on out. That's something it goes really wrong with me from, but that was a much better line through this part. Again, I'd never done this race before, and being rather slightly not sober definitely doesn't help with trying to learn track. And into the hairpin, getting a bit wider so I can carry more speed around the corner. And well, that felt quicker than last time. Whether or not it actually was, that remains to be seen. Now coming into to this double right-hander here, let's avoid the thing that sticks out this time. Unless you get, well, I think I got around there. The footage just, as you know what my PS4 loves to do, just randomly loves to cut out the bits of footage for absolutely no reason. I'm pretty sure I end up saying that at least once every video. I mean, it's very rare that it doesn't, well, that it doesn't cut anything. I've also got a new series coming to the channel soon as well, so I hope it doesn't cut it out. That can be annoying. It's like Shadow of the Colossus. I don't think it ever really cuts anything out on that. So when I think it just seems to be GT for some reason that it just seems to cut things out on. We're going now through the chicane before we come up now to the run of Starfish. I mean, that chicane, it's surprisingly fast for it is 90 left, 90 right. Actually, here's a 10 actually got someone out to race. Well, no, into the top 5, which is probably the highest place we're going to get. Like I said, this time, blast that round. Unless something goes massively wrong for someone else in front of us, that's the only way I'd end up actually seeing someone else now. I'm in a fight with that Zentorno, which is a card that obviously for flowy trucks I contemplate choosing, but I went with the Tempesta since that's the only Zentorno in the race, and that was a lucky slide to manage to hold that. And that allowed Zentorno just to go straight past me. Again, the Tempesta is basically just a Zentorno, but with a little bit less acceleration and a bit easier to drive. It's not as oversteery. Now coming now into the hairpin, I'm going to need a good run through here. He carries much more speed through on the exit, and it actually worked out exactly the same. So whether you carry more speed and run out wide or take the more cautious approach, seems like that's him, but the acceleration of the Zentorno allows it to pull away around the corner. Now coming through here. This is where I'm going to need a good line now. Try and get on the brake. Now, turn it a bit too early again. That corner is literally the bane of my existence. Well, in this race anyway, there's going to be another corner probably in the next one that I just can't do for literally, I don't know. I just won't be able to do it for some reason. You know, we're still keeping the Zenny inside though. We've still got a lap and a bit to get. There's still plenty of time for anything to happen. Again, if I mean, maybe, well, at least I'm not in last place. And being, like I said before, slightly intoxicated, well, maybe quite a bit actually. Not being in last place, that is an achievement in itself. I mean, just for me in general, not being in last place in a lobby such as this, whether it's a competitive lobby, that is an achievement in itself anyway. No, we're going to go for the Koto. Well, actually, they see to the straight, so I'm going to get a little bit of time back on them there, but they just hit the boost and look at that, they're gone. They got a good boost there. I don't know. Do they break boost on that? I mean, I can't tell just from watching through the little preview window anyway if they did or not. Yeah, I've got my slap cat now for when I get that now into the top 5 me through here. I should have the pace because it's more corner orientated this part of the lap. I'll get a bit of a horrible line through there again, so the bits of track where I could be gaining, I'm not down the footage cuts, but for once nothing relevant was actually cut out that time. Now then into the hairpin, going to carry more speed through here, get a nice line in the exit, so yeah, that's definitely most committed I'd ever been, but then again, like most races recently, it ends up being a bin or win situation where I've got nothing to lose, and they play and a bit more pride to get because I'm going to win the race. Okay, now it's just going to actually get around here for once. I do, I missed the apex. I completely run out wide. That is the complete opposite that time. Instead of hitting into it, I just completely had no interest in taking that apex whatsoever. And I think that might have just killed any chance of us beating the Zenny. But if I can beat the car behind me, which I don't know which one it is, but there is someone because there's 7 people to start with, and no one's left, and there is still a dot behind me on the minimap. So yeah, if I can just hold this position, that is, like I said before, an achievement in itself. If I can just hold him, oh, I'm going to need an absolutely godly run through here if I'm going to do anything back. Actually, they missed the apex. Oh, I apexed that one brilliantly, but it was just a little bit too tight to not be able to do anything with that. Let me run up the line now. I don't think anything will go wrong for them, which it's not. It's going to be P6, but not last place. I would definitely take finishing not last. Now then, on to the second race now of the video. And it's like, oh no, it's a contact race. This is not going to go well. I'm in the Masacro because why not? When was the last time I actually used the Masacro? I mean, I used it in that spiral race, but because that was just basically a straight line. And I needed a fast car for that anyway. But they're into second place immediately, and since I'm in this, I can actually defend my position. I mean, contact racing, I've always preferred it over non-contact in most situations. Now, just casual playlist racing, maybe yeah, non-contact's better. With actual good proper racing, I mean, you've seen how much Formula 1 I play, and where are they going? They've missed that corner completely, or was that a little bit of lag? I don't know, but I'm in the lead. Whether that's legitimate or not, I'm not too sure, but they haven't reappeared yet, so I'm guessing that was actually legitimate. The Masacro's not got the best turning in the world, but it has got the good top end speed on the Felters and whatever else is actually in this race, which I don't actually have any idea what there is. Little game for the case of still wants to get this track. Like the last one, I've never done it before, but obviously there's only so many different ways you can go on track, so I'll have done where this track's going before in various other races, so I know where I'm going to have to take the corners in that. It's just putting it all together to get the flow, which won't happen on the first lap. Although through the corners, the Felters are definitely going to have the advantage on me. Okay, through here, and that's line run out a little bit wide, get the wall, get away from that thing. The sticks. Oh no, I flipped it! I could. Oh my, that Felter got so lucky there. If I can have slow mo with that, that would be really good just to see how I actually avoided them, or how they avoided me. Quite honestly, I mean, it probably wasn't as close as it looked, but I don't know, I've taken the wrong line up here, but no matter. Still in the second place, and we're coming up now to the start-finish line. Yep, lap 2, another 4-lap race again. This one is a little bit short than this race. I mean, the Masacro is always going to be a challenge, and well, driving like that, I definitely couldn't have held off the Felter that took the lead. But maybe I can hold down second place. I mean, there's still other people in the race line. I think one of them's not moving though. Well, everyone's in the Almy, or at least they've disappeared, so they may actually be in the race. They're going to be so far behind that they might as well not really be in the race. Either way, if we can just, I think a podium should definitely be on the cards for this race. The win is definitely out of the question, but now it's just going to be about holding off that red Felter. I think that's the one that actually started behind me on the grid as well. They were probably the same guy that had the neon red Osiris from the last race. The same car colour, so I would think it's the same person. Okay, so here we can actually get a much better line exit. I mean, that was a bit slow, but I got the apex at least, so it was satisfying, if indeed slow. So the corners that felt is absolutely easy to believe. That's a slice there once again. Now he managed to get through here. Man, why is there a stupid hay bale there anyway? Which makes literally no sense. Honestly, that bit of track's perfectly fine without those things being there. And you can actually take a better line through that corner this time and stick over to the right hand side here this time. Put it now into the final corner, and I've missed the apex completely, but that's my first time trying to get around that corner like that, so I'll excuse it for that time round. So that's half the race done, half the race still to go. I managed to get a nice apex there through turn 1, and through turn 2 going to get a better line this time. Yes, it was much better. No random sliding for no reason whatsoever over there. Stick to the curb, it's over this side. I'm actually gaining back on the car in front. Did they make a mistake, or have I just put in a blistering lap? I doubt that's the case, so they must have made a mistake somewhere. I mean, they think it's so chill, they've got a massive lead. Well, they did have a massive lead, unless it's me lapping someone. I doubt that. I mean, it's possible, yeah, but realistically, am I going to be lapping someone in a 4-lap race when there's only like 5 or 6 people in this lobby? I highly doubt that. And they seem to be fairly competent driver as well, so that must be the leader that just made a mistake for some reason, somehow. And then through this, that's actually a really nice game. I mean, it requires little effort, but that's probably why I like it. And that's a pole. That's another pole. That's a solid pole. And I was going to try and take a wide line in. I took 2 of a wide line in. I was contemplating if I could take the curb, and kind of went down the middle, and that happened. I mean, it's like a thing where I don't know if any of you get it, but where you see something and you know it's going to happen if you keep doing the thing that you're doing, but you don't react to it, and then said thing happens. So like, I can see that's going to hit the pole. But my brain was just like trying to compute, what do I do? Do I stay on this line or go off the track? Or back onto the road, I should say. And neither happened, and I crashed into the pole anyway. Now then, on to the final lap now of the race. Even if that dot in front of me, even if that car was, even if it is the leader, which I'm pretty sure it is, even if there was any slim chance of me catching them, that mistake completely redundant. That is the leader. They're only 6.5 seconds now in front of me, so I definitely only did a second or two with my crash, so it could have been about 3-4 seconds behind, so I could be putting them under more pressure than what I currently am, because they're probably under absolutely zero pressure right now. Although once again, I think I am closing in on them. Actually, yeah, they must have made a mistake or something, or got something very wrong, so for me to be getting on them again. So literally, the mistakes that they've made, I should be leading this race, but again, should. You can say a lot of things should have happened throughout anything really. If you take my my last mistake, I would be at least right up behind them. It'd probably end up searching through the corners. They'd definitely be pulling away from me though. Now coming up now into the 2 corners that seem to ruin me in this race. So these are my hateful corners in here, through that pointless slalom thing. Now I can now run one of the penultimate corners now. Going for a bit of a bin or win situation now, because I can see that this is the part of that where the massacre is going to be strong. It's basically just some straight lines and corners that you can easily do. But though, into the final corner, I could have won this race, but it's second place. Actually, that rhymed. But second place, I could have won it, but it's a podium. It's not last place. And last place goes to this guy in the Jester, who's decided to give up. But my best lap though was actually only 2 times slower than the Phelps's, so on merit, the pace wise, it was basically the same in 2 completely different cars. So I did actually have some pretty good pace. I mean, if I was in a more suited car to the track, then and yeah, maybe I could have won it. And there's the that is an Albany, isn't it? Well, that might be the car, mate. I actually know if that's what it actually is, but either way, they've actually decided to actually do something in this race. I mean, GD did not park it up like the other guy, and nice end shot there, nice shot of the bridge, nice bit of construction right there. But $8.5 grand for finishing second, that is actually a pretty good amount, and the RP, as ever, means nothing at this point. So it's level 638.5. But yeah, GG to Rambo on Pills, who takes the victory in this race. And actually, see, you won the race last time. Second place, not too far behind, only about a second and a half behind them. So if I hadn't crashed into that pole, I so could have took the win, or at least would have been very, very close anyway. But now then, on to the end, the leaderboard. We're in 4th place, still within touch of the lead, which Adrian has by 1 point over Rambo. And we've got Leo in 3rd, and then ourselves in 4th with Dan and CK at the bottom. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed my drunk driving, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Remember to give me a follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They'll be linked in the description down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.